It's true. It's
Yeah.
true. But no, there. Funnily enough, today before we were having our call, I've been in Ipswich doing a court assessment of a family who's just arrived from a conflict zone, and I used them with both boys, one who was 7, one who's 10, the mum, the dad, and the social worker, and it was just so helpful because I got so much rich information in a fun, sort of playful way.
Mm, Well, I mean, I guess you can't really talk about the work specifically, but is this a good time to kind of say a little bit about the difference it made to have that resource? I mean, I guess you could have been there only in conversation with them, but
Yeah.
how is it helpful to use the resource with them?
Yeah, I think lots of different ways. I think firstly it offers some form of, this isn't me interrogating you or attacking you. This is sort of a universal resource, and it gives people something that feels quite containing. So I think that can be quite helpful. They're really visual, so they use that other part of the brain. And for people whose English isn't their first language, which is the case, that also can really help to open up a lot of avenues. I think the fact that there's positive and tricky things, it often can make people feel more at ease. And also it was really interesting because we did things like, what do you think mum would answer? What do you think little brother would answer? So I got some of the family dynamics with it. And even things like core beliefs, so like the I am, the father said, I am oppressed, which I think again was just so powerful when you're thinking one word. And then the little boy said, I'm invisible. I'm like a ghost, he said. So I think those sorts of things, really powerful. And then, for example, when I asked if there was, what's the one moment that will always make you smile, I think it was, or if you looked up in the clouds and you saw a message, what would make you smile? I think it's that card. And then they had this beautiful moment as a family because they all chose this same incredible moment. And then we really enriched that to think about the family survivorship and the family strength and the family resilience and coping. So I think it can really bring up avenues. And then for feelings, we were talking about when I feel angry, and then I think they were much more able to sort of talk about, and how did that look on their face and how did that look in their body, and it felt much less threatening. We then turned it into a game with charades, so we almost showed a card of feelings and they acted it out using sort of charades and moulded it in Play-Doh. So again, we were sort of making it interactive, and I was getting all that data about how they interacted with each other.